Are you looking for the best place to host your videos? That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to be talking about the two main options that you have, which one is YouTube, obviously. The other one is Vimeo, and they definitely have pros and cons to each. We're going to break it down today. I'm Jenn Jager, Creative Director at Plum Productions Professional Video Services, educator here at My Video 101. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done it already so you never miss any great video marketing content that I deliver for you guys. So let's talk about what your options are for hosting your videos. I know it can be a little confusing because I'm always encouraging people to create YouTube channels to market themselves or their business. But then if you look at my Plum Productions website, we actually host our portfolio of work on Vimeo. So there's definitely two schools of thought here. Let's explore them. The first thing we need to talk about, whether you choose Vimeo, YouTube, or another hosting site, is that you never, ever, ever want to host your videos within your own website because it'll really impact your load times. People are really impatient when they go to your website. If the page doesn't load in like 2 seconds or less even, they get frustrated and they navigate away, which is definitely not what you want. So by hosting your video on another site, and then embedding it in your website, you can definitely improve your load times. It's 100% the way to go. Any web developer will tell you that. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about the pros and cons of Vimeo or YouTube. Let's first talk about aesthetics. This is what a video looks like embedded from a YouTube channel. Now you see here, if I put my mouse over the video, if I hover it over the video, all this information pops up. You've got the YouTube logo, you've got buttons for watch or share, and you've got the play bar and all sorts of text and icons all over the screen. Now let's look at a video embedded from Vimeo. You can see I've got a lot of the same elements. I've got the Vimeo logo, the play bar, all these other things, but let me show you what happens when you go on the back side of Vimeo. Vimeo actually allows you to turn on or off all of those elements. And I have to say, I really love that because it gives your playback on your website a very clean, professional look. So I gotta say Vimeo is for sure the winner here. Next up, let's talk about searchability, which is super important to you as a business owner or as a video creator. And YouTube definitely wins here because YouTube is the world's second largest search engine, second only to Google, which actually owns YouTube. So what's great about that is when someone searches for content, even on just Google, the chances of your YouTube hosted video showing up are greatly increased over Vimeo, which almost has zero SEO on Google. Vimeo does have a search bar feature on the Vimeo website, but Vimeo mostly caters to like creative types and filmmakers. So if that's not the actual audience you're trying to reach, YouTube hands down is your better option for searchability. Another factor that might be important to you is collaboration. Sometimes you're in a situation where you have a video that's not yet ready for public consumption and you need someone else's feedback on it. So you want that video available on a direct link that someone else can access but isn't available to the public. Now both YouTube and Vimeo offer this. On YouTube, the setting is called unlisted, and on Vimeo, it can be found under the privacy tab, and there's a lot of options for that. But Vimeo has another feature that's fairly new that blows YouTube out of the water. Their collaboration feature on their review pages is awesome because people can watch the video, pause it, and make notes at certain time points throughout the course of the video. And then I can go back and see what their notes were and make those changes based on their feedback. So if you need to collaborate with someone else from a distance on a video, Vimeo is awesome for collaboration. YouTube has nothing that compares to it. Now let's talk about analytics. If you're trying to build an audience as a thought leader, analytics are super duper important to you. You really want to be able to know how many people watched your video, how long they watched it for, and all sorts of other information. Vimeo does not have robust analytics whatsoever. I can see how many people viewed my video and if they liked it or started following me on Vimeo, but that is about it. YouTube, however, gives you an almost overwhelming amount of information about your analytics. You can see how long people watched your videos for and where the drop-off point was. You can see how they found you, what their gender, age, or location is. You can dive so deep into the YouTube analytics that you can get lost for hours. But this information is so helpful for you if you want to create more content that your viewers are interested in. You need to look at these analytics. So hands down, 10 million% YouTube wins when it comes to analytics. Lastly, we got to talk about pricing. Hopefully by now you know that YouTube is free and you can actually monetize and make money on YouTube if you meet the threshold for subscriber count and watch time that YouTube has set forth in its YouTube partnership program. Vimeo, on the other hand, you can definitely not monetize. And while they do have a free option, if you want to get all the benefits and features I've covered earlier in this video, you are going to have to pay for it. Their plans start at $7 a month, go all the way up to $75 a month, depending on how much video content you're uploading. And so it might seem like YouTube is a total no-brainer when it comes to pricing, but there's a few things I do want to point out to you that are kind of important in this aspect. Look here at my YouTube channel. When I play one of my videos, look at all the other videos that appear in the sidebar competing for your attention. Now let's look at my Vimeo page. The Vimeo page is all mine. There's no other pages mentioned, and when I select a video to play it, the suggested videos down here on the right are all mine and no one else's. So because YouTube is free, it prioritizes its own interests, which is to keep people on YouTube, but not necessarily your channel. Vimeo, on the other hand, values you as a paying customer, so they're not trying to distract your viewers with other people's content. They really stay on your page. That's just a little bit of food for thought. So hopefully this sheds some light on which hosting option is actually best for you. But you know what? There's nothing saying that you can't upload your videos to both platforms and get all of the benefits. If you thought this video was good and helpful, let me know. Like it, subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, and I'll see you next week. Thanks.